Hey there YouTube, welcome to my first video. Excuse the messy background, this is my student bedroom and there's not much space. I know it's a little bit late, but I am going to be doing a January favourites video because there were so many things that I loved in January. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to talk about the Healthy Mix Serum by Bourgeois. This has sort of been compared to the Dior BB cream, which I adore. This winter, I don't know why, I've just really not been loving really heavy coverage. I've been trying to use like lighter things on my skin. I really like the fact that this has healthy in the title and lots of pictures of nuts and berries and things, because it gives the impression that you're not using too harsh things on your skin. So this is lovely. It has given me a real glow. I've had quite a few compliments on my skin this month. I would say it's sort of light to medium coverage. This colour is absolutely perfect. There are quite a few colours, so I'm sure you'll be able to find the right match for you. This is vanilla. I think it was £10.99, so that's sort of, I would say, higher end drugstore foundation, but not too pricey, and you don't need very much. I usually use a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to buff in my foundations, but with this it's just such a lovely consistency that I prefer to sort of massage it with my fingers, which I find doesn't use so much of the product anyway. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. It's just lovely. When the weather's so miserable outside, what you want is a nice little glow to pick you up, I think. During the same binge in Boots, I also got sucked into this new Maybelline mascara. I love the Maybelline mascaras, and so to see they had a new one out, I had to try it straight away. This is their first ever mascara with a double-ended, and this really appeals to me because I love volumizing mascaras like this upper end one is really volumizing. You can get loads on there, and it does kind of give you the wow factor on your eyes. But I do like being able to get in there on my bottom lashes, and this is really handy for doing that and getting in the corners of your upper lashes as well. I don't think it's too pricey. I'm just a really big fan, and it kind of says something because this same month I also bought a new MAC mascara, and that is a lot more expensive, and I would definitely recommend this more. I think it's good value for money, and it's just great. Okay, next I also got the Maybelline colour tattoo in the colour On and On Bronze. I'm sure you've heard lots about these products, like they're so popular, but just simply because they stay on so well. I'll do a little swatch for you now. But yeah, you can also use it as a primer just because it stays on so well, and put some darker colours on over the top if you want to, like for a night out or something. This is the colour. Yeah, just lovely. I like to put it on, like I've got it on today. It might have come off a little bit, but it should still be on quite well. And I like to put a sort of matte colour in the corners to contour my eye to make them look a little bit bigger, a little bit more defined. But this is £4.99, and honestly, like, I just think it's one of the best eyeshadows just because it stays on so fantastically, and the colour is so wearable for all eye colours. And yeah, just beautiful. Next, I also have been loving the L'Oreal Paris blush. It's called Le Blush in the colour Rosewood. I like to use quite a small brush for this to put it on just on the apples of my cheeks. I just think it's got a really nice warm glow to it for the winter, and it goes with a lot of lip colours, and I'm all about the lipsticks at the moment, as you'll find out. I got given one as a present, the other one I bought, 2 new lipsticks this month. No, I bought 3, but I've only got 2 of my favourites. They are the Revlon Lip Butters, well, the first one is anyway. This is in the colour Candy Apple. I really love this one because I went into Bobbi Brown and I tried the shade Rosy, which I'd heard a lot about, and I tried it on. It was stunning, really beautiful, lovely shade of red. But I'm a student, so I couldn't really afford it. And then I went into Boots and I tried this, and I think this is a really great dupe for it. It's sort of like a glossy, lip balmy texture, and you can really build it up. And I know a lot of my friends who are sort of a bit fearful of really bold, vibrant colours enjoy this a lot because they can put as much as they want on it and it doesn't come out really thick. and it's beautiful in the day. Only thing is, my lid's broken already. I've only had it a few weeks and the lid has got broken in my pocket, so that's a bit of a shame because the packaging is quite it's made of plastic, it's quite flimsy, but so just be careful if you get them. But this is lovely. Yeah, that's beautiful. And in my stocking I got this lipstick which I've been wanting for ages. I had a really lovely day out in London for my birthday with my mum, and we discovered the shop Anthropologie, which I actually hadn't heard much about, but now I'm the biggest fan ever. It's just, we spend about 2 hours in there. They've just got so many amazing things. And I discovered the makeup section of the shop, and it comes in this really beautiful sort of retro packaging, which I really like because I quite like old school things anyway. I love like looking at old vintage makeup and stuff like that, so this was really exciting. And on that subject, I've been looking for a sort of wartime dark red colour. Like I've got a lot of bright, bold, postbox kind of colour reds, but I wanted a sort of a darker one, and I finally found it. It's so matte, but it's also a little bit pinky, which I think is beautiful. You can see it there. And it's quite special because it's called Ruby, which is the name of my dog. So it's a nice little personal touch. But honestly, they've got some, they don't have a huge range of colours, but the colours they've got are gorgeous. The consistency is one of the best, honestly one of the best I've ever used. It just stays on, you can really like rub it in and it stays on so well. This was one of the brighter colours, but I got my mum a sort of pinky mauve plummy colour, if that makes sense, and she loves it. It's just stunning. Honestly, try it if you're in the area. Okay, so one more sort of makeup-y skincare thing. Last month I had quite bad skin, you know, it was very dry, had quite a lot of breakouts, and my friend who works at Lush, she recommended this fresh face mask, the Cosmetic Warrior, which has garlic and tea tree in it, which is supposedly banishes breakouts. It's also got antibacterial honey, and I've also been introduced to Epsom salts, which is sort of, it's quite an old product to be honest. Your grandparents have probably used to use it. You're supposed to put about a cup in the bath and stay in there for at least 20 minutes, which for me is not a problem because I love bath time, so relaxing. And Epsom salts are really good at sort of getting the toxins out of your body, and supposedly models use them because they give you a flatter stomach, so I'll let you know if that happens. But so I've been having my bath with Epsom salts, and I'll put this on as well once a week. Just leave it on and it dries, and the tea tree smell is just lovely because I always associate that with, you know, good healthy ingredients for your skin, and I really feel like it has, you know, banished my breakouts, as it says. So honestly, I think this was £6, but it lasts, I think you're only supposed to have it for a month and you keep it in the fridge, but it's been lasting me quite well and it's really, really lovely. So if you want a treat, this is wonderful. So yeah, that's all my makeup cosmetic things. The next thing I want to talk about is, obviously this is January favourites, so in January a lot of people want to change, you know, after all the food from Christmas you want to do a detox or a diet or whatever, and I've been wanting to try something new for a while, and I heard a lot about this clean and lean diet by a guy called James Digan, and I read with the reviews on Amazon and I decided to make the purchase, and I just haven't looked back since. It's really, really changed my life, changed my approach to nutrition altogether. I don't really feel like it's a diet, it's more of a lifestyle. I know that sounds a bit cringy, but it's true. There are so many delicious foods and you don't have to go without, but I just feel much healthier in myself, a lot less sluggish. And I've received some compliments, which is always a nice thing when you're trying to lose a bit of weight. Especially the clean and lean pancakes, that's my favourite recipe. Look, see how naughty do they look? But they're not naughty at all. They're made of like oats and cottage cheese and eggs. My boyfriend, who is not into healthy eating at all, because he's just blessed and does not put on weight ever, he even loves the pancakes and a lot of the recipes in here. So if you're looking to sort of change up your diet or feel a bit healthier, lose a bit of weight for the spring summer, then I would really recommend this. It just completely reteaches you about food. So yeah, have a look at the reviews and make your own mind up, but I adore it. And on that note, I've really got into like health foods, and I went to my local health food store the other day and I was looking at all the teas, and there was this tea that I used to drink when I went to boarding school when I was younger, and I found it, and I haven't had it from like since I was 13, so I'm 22 now, so that's 9 years. But I found it and I had it again, and oh my gosh, it's called Bengal Spice herbal tea, and it's lots of spices, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, all that kind of thing, and it is delicious. I am such a tea lover, big PG Tips fan, but since I've had this, I just have it constantly. It is gorgeous. Definitely give it a go. Okay, then two more slightly more random things. I am in my final year at uni, so there's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, as you know, everyone's got a lot of stress at this time of year. It's quite miserable weather, and consequently you kind of want to just stay in and snuggle up. So I have taken up a new hobby that I've been wanting to do for ages, and that's knitting. That might sound a bit silly, but I just I can't recommend it enough. Okay, have a look what I made. This is a secret, don't tell anyone, because it's for my stepdad's birthday. I've knitted him this scarf. This is just the most basic stitch ever. It's just a classic knit, and it's so long. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put it on. But yeah, it took me a week, and I'm not very good. I've only been knitting since just before Christmas, and it took me a week, and it's so fun. And I just think this is beautiful. I got this wool from John Lewis. The wool is quite expensive, but I decided to go for it because this is going to be his main birthday present, and I just think it's a lovely idea for gifts because you know, it's so personal. So yeah, if you've got some spare time on your hands and you want to learn a new craft, then definitely hit up the haberdashery and John Lewis. That's all I'm going to say, because it's a lot of fun. Oh, finally, my favourite TV show that I have been obsessed with this month is Orange is the New Black, the Netflix series. I wouldn't recommend it for young people because it's a bit racy at times, but oh my gosh, it is sort of along the lines of Breaking Bad. It's set in a female prison, and I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but seriously, if you have Netflix or any way of watching it, not illegally, but any way of watching it, then honestly it is wonderful. I think it's brilliant, really gripping. I think I watched the series in about a week. Need to get out more, but yeah, so that's my favourite TV series. And I've also been loving reading, as I said, because it's so cold. I've been staying in, I've been loving reading. There's a book that I'm reading called War Dog by Damien Lewis, about a German Shepherd puppy during the war and his relationship with his master. It's really emotional, really inspiring, and just a lovely, lovely read. So that's it. They are all my January favourites. I know there are quite a lot and a big range of things, but yeah, it's just been quite a fun month for me with things like that. Let me know your favourites in the comments bar below. I hope you liked my first video. I think I'm going to do a makeup tutorial next week, either on myself or on a friend. Let me know if you're looking forward to that, and give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye. Have a good weekend.